mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, elas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuyan ka na magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhating pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Let us all put ourselves in the loving presence of God, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father God, we gather here today under your care and protection. Thank you for your loving kindness that never fails us. We thank you for those with us, that you would guide our thoughts and actions to bring you glory. Strengthen us and fill us with your peace. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Nandito po ulit tayo sa ENDERUN Colleges sa Taguig City para masaksihan ang masigabong labanan between the UPH BIÑAN Saints and the University of Batangas Brahmans for more intense action dito sa Season 2 ng Pinoyliga Next Man Cup. And we are about to move forward with the game as we transition to our game announcer. And for the UPH BIÑAN Altas, on your screens right now are the lineup for this BIÑAN team. This is obviously a pool of fresh new talent for Metro Manila, as these two teams that will battle it out today are part of the NCAA South Division. So for those watching live and online from Metro Manila, these will be new faces to scout, and these could be the faces of the next game of professional basketball here in the Philippines, here in Metro Manila. And right now, the team standings on your screens as well. The UB Brahmans and the Cardinals remain undefeated, as well as the Growling Tigers and the Blazers. And on the other hand, the LPU Pirates, the Soaring Falcons, are yet to win a game together with the Letran Knights. And the Maroons are tied at 1-1, same with the Red Lions. And you are joined here by your resident commentator, Migs Gonzalez. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. And I will be with you this afternoon for this first game of this Sunday's doubleheader in the Season 2 of Pinoyliga Next Man Cup. And our referees for this game, CC Ruben Agbalo, and joining him are Lucio De La Torre and John Dave Jaramillo. And the starting lineups on your screen: Briones and Taben, and De Ocampo, De Helo and Perez for the Brahmans. And the guards for BIÑAN are Malaka, Magpalo. And the forwards are Madelo, Conde, and the center is Sandoval. And now I will be turning it over to our game announcer to announce the starting five and for us to tip off our Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2 game today, this Sunday afternoon. And a tip-off has begun for this first game of our Sunday doubleheader between the UPH BIÑAN Saints and the University of Batangas Brahmans. Two teams of new faces here blessing our Next Man Cup game today. And you are watching this cup, and our commissioner is Wilson Ang, and our owner and our founder, Benny Benitez. And the early three for the Saints, getting on the board 3-0 against the Brahmans. And the ball will go back to Perpetual. Madelo swings it to the middle of the key. Magpali gets that pick. Nasaraduhan ang pinto ng Brahmans doon. Magpali, left hand drive, open on the right side, open on the left side rather, and that three misses. Brahmans will look to push. Tabeth asking for that ball at the post. Hounded by that perpetual help defense. De Ocampo swings it to the middle, high-low play, giving it to Tabeth for the early slam for the Brahmans, and they're on the board for 2 points. Full court press by the Brahmans, obviously bothering the Saints as they struggle to get the ball inbound. Perpetual now, still running the ball, puts it up with the right hand. And the referee signals that he will go to the line for 2 shots. That is Malaka. And Malaka splits that free throw trip for the Saints. And the Brahmans will now bring it down. Early three, right side, no. Board is pulled down by Perpetual. The Saints try to see numbers, but good transition defense by the Brahmans. And Malaka tries to go for the end one opportunity, but could not make that basket. And he will go back to the free throw line for 2 shots. Scratch that rather, it is a foul away from the shot, so it will be an inbound. Strong right hand drive, kicks it out Sandoval, short stab is good. Saints lead by 4 now early in the first quarter. Great pass by Tabith to the inside, but that will be a travel against Perez. Malaka brings the ball down, gives it to Sandoval, and Tabet says access denied. Absolutely not. And the Saints retain possession. Conde gets it for the Saints. Pull-up jumper, too strong. Brahmans looking to run again. Trying to look for the opening here. Gives it out to the outside. Good ball movement. 66 open on the left side, no good. Brahmans get the offensive rebound. De Helo. To Tabeth now, double teamed, kicks it out. And he is not watching where he is stepping there, and he steps out of bounds. And that is a turnover for the Brahmans. Madelo is bothered at the backcourt. Malaka quickly gives it to Sandoval. Gives it to Conde. Conde, flurry of fakes. Passes it to the inside. Double teamed, and that is a 3-second call against the Saints. Again, stellar defense by the Brahmans, headed by that incredible interior defense by Tabeth. Siguro naninigurado na tong Saints ngayon since nakita nila na kayang-kaya burahin ni Tabeth ang lahat ng tira dun sa interior. Kaya kahit puro fake ang bigay nila dun, they can't seem to find the opening. De Ocampo swings it left side, all day to shoot. Yes, sir! That's good for the Brahmans, courtesy of Briones. Malaka, derecho, left side, sidestep, beauty, puts it up but can't finish. Tabeth gives it down, Briones, pull up three, no hesitation. Make that 2 threes for Briones for the Brahmans. Saints bringing down the ball. Magpali, nasundutan. And the Brahmans get the ball again. Briones gives it to De Helo. Finishes the break with an easy layup. And that will be timeout for the UPH BIÑAN Saints. The score is 9-6 with less than 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in a few moments for more Pinoyliga Next Man Cup action. We'll be right back. We are now back from that Saints timeout. They will be inbounding the ball here against the Brahmans. 9-6 is our score. An early lead for the Brahmans. They were down earlier in the first quarter, but courtesy of those two back-to-back threes from Briones, they are up by 3 now. Perez hands it off. Briones, pull-up jumper, too strong. The Saints pull it down. Manlapas gives it to Aguinaldo. Sandoval trying to look for an opening for the Saints. Aguinaldo, pull-up 3, right side, too strong. Brahmans gets it back. Hesitation dribble here by the Brahmans, trying to lose his defender. De Helo kicks it out. Pull-up jumper, no good. Manlapas trying to look for a Saint to pass down. Aguinaldo to Sandoval. Trying to look for the open man. Madelo. 3 is good for Madelo for the Saints. And the game is tied at 9. Good defense here by the Saints, bothering these cuts by the Brahmans. And that will be an offensive foul. So the ball will go back to the other side. Saints will now inbound at the midcourt. Aguinaldo will bring it down. Manlapas open on that right wing. All day to shoot. No good. And the ball will go back to the Brahmans. Tied 11. And now shooting these 2 free throws for the Saints is Sandoval of the UPH BIÑAN Saints. And Sandoval makes both. A little defensive pressure here being implemented by the Saints, hoping to convert some easy opportunities into a layup. So the Brahmans will now be inbounding with about 3.5 minutes Clemente will check in for Sandoval. And Galay now has a chance to complete this 3-point play for the Saints. And Galay makes it a complete 3-point play. Ortiz crosses to Torres. Perez calling the play now for the Brahmans. Inside pass to Ortiz. Almost broken up. Kicks it out. But good defense by the Saints. Still good coverage. Instant three. And Briones makes that three. That is his third triple of the first quarter. And he gets the foul. So he now has a chance for a 4-point play for the Brahmans. What a showing from Briones here of the Brahmans. With great offensive output, with 3 threes here in the first quarter, propelling their lead to 3 against the Saints. And he completes the 4-point play. Mala Steph Curry yung ginawa niya doon. Usually, ang kilala doon sa NBA sa 4-point plays, yung mga shooter talaga, like sina Ray Allen, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Reggie Miller. And apparently, the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup has Briones of the UB Brahmans. And Manlapas of the Saints will go to the free throw line as he went hard on that drive. So he will have to earn his 2 points the old-fashioned way at the free throw line. 18-14 now is our score. The University of Batangas leads by 4 points. Manlapas misses the first one. With about 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Splits that free throw trip as Manlapas. Quick pass, Tabith on the inside. 3. Tabith will score anyway. Full court press being implemented here by the Brahmans. Manlapas. Quick pass, short stab is good. That was Galay. And the Saints are being bothered here by the Brahman defense. Open on the right wing, no good. Briones will pull it down. Torres, pull up 3, too strong. About 1 minute left to go, first quarter. Manlapas de descarte para sa Saints. Magsino. Aguinaldo, left side. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Ortiz will be trying to push the ball for the Brahmans. Gives it to Torres. Good defense here by the Saints. Quick move. Fouled on the inside by the Saints. (23-17) now is our score, still in favor of the guys in white and red. Torres will be inbounding now here for the Brahmans. Ortiz gives it back. Torres, second try, no good. Tabeth skies for that rebound. Dorante. Ortiz, nasa ludoy ng pinto. Dorante tries his 3 and he is fouled in the act of shooting. So he will now go to the free throw line for 3 shots. Hopefully to extend this lead for the Brahmans. That was Llanes on the shot. Durante rather. And for all those watching live and online, you are watching the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2, presented by Shawarma Shack number 1. This is the fight between the UB Brahmans versus the UPH BIÑAN Saints. Two teams that are members of the NCAA South Division. Probably new faces for those who are used to watching Metro Manila basketball. And that's a foul called on Durante as he tries to get that ball from Tria. Tria makes that first free throw. And Tria makes both. A long free throw routine on that second shot, but slow and steady wins the race. Ortiz. Seconds, ball sails out of bounds with 1:45 left on the clock. 2:08 rather. And timeout is called by the UB Brahmans. The score is 25-18 in favor of the University of Batangas. We'll be back in a few moments for more Next Man Cup action. Go to the Back now for second quarter action of the match between the UPH BIÑAN Saints and the UB Brahmans. And early three by the Saints there, coming back from that first quarter break. A much needed three for the Saints to cut back into this lead. Brahmans, ball movement, right side three is good. And Durante said na, if you can make a three, I can make one too. Tria. Blabanan ng tres early in the second quarter here for the Saints and the Brahmans. The ring looks extra big today for both teams. There's a lot of perimeter shots going in, and another one goes in para sa Brahmans, courtesy of Durante. Siguro ang init na nung net ngayon. Puro pasok ang mga tres dito sa Pinoyliga Next Man Cup. Saints tries to fight back with their own three, short. Tabeth pulls it down. Durante passes it now to Torres. Ball movement here for the Brahmans. Durante, can he make another three? Yes, sir! Another three by Durante. An early offensive onslaught here for the Brahmans. 9-point lead here for the Brahmans now. Tria bothered here by the Durante defense. Pull up three by Tria, that's short. And the ball will sail out of bounds. So the ball will go back to the Brahmans. Ortiz now. Magbababa para sa Brahmans. Didiscarte to hopefully extend this lead for the University of Batangas. Ortiz kicks it to the left side. Torres all day to shoot. Yes, sir! Three after three after three for the University of Batangas. And just like that, the lead is at 12. The Saints have to find an answer here if they don't want to get blown out early in the first half. Could have been a great pass to the inside, but miscommunication there for Perpetual Help. And the ball will go back to University of Batangas. Ortiz, bothered by Malacca. 7.5 left to go in the second quarter. Referee whistles a stop to the play. And that is a foul on Perpetual Help. Inbounding the ball, Tabeth mishandles it. Saints are looking to run. 2-on-1 fast break. Pass it to number 28 for that easy layup for the Saints. A much needed stop to the bleeding here for the Saints. That was Laxina. And a stop to the play is called. And the ball will go back to the Brahmans. 10-point lead now for the University of Batangas. 37-27 is our score. Tabeth receives that inbound. Ortiz. Torres uses that screen. Drives to the right side. Absolutely smothered by that Saints defense. Malacca tries to get that ball, and Laxina could not track it down. An unfortunate event for the Saints. Could have been an easy layup. But the ball will go back to the Brahmans. Laxina near steal attempt there. Ortiz. Trying to pass it to the inside. Gives it to the post. Ortiz, excellent pass to Tabeth. High-low play, and Tabeth finishes with an easy layup. And a timeout will be called by the UPH BIÑAN Saints. The score is 39-27 in favor of the University of Batangas. We'll be back in a few short moments for more second quarter action here at the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup. And we are now back from that Saints timeout. The score is still 39-27, a 12-point double-digit lead for the University of Batangas Brahmans against the UPH BIÑAN Saints. Can Perpetual Help come up with an answer against the offensive onslaught of the Brahmans, courtesy of Durante and company? Or will this be an early indication of a blowout? Conde, pull-up jumper, uses the board, kisses it off the glass against Tabeth. Karaet rather, that's not Conde. And that is a foul against Malacca. Brahmans will now inbound. De Ocampo, hounded by that Malacca defense. Lianes, Nasaraduhan, Durante, emergency pass. Gives it to the inside. Floater by the Brahmans, no good. Tabeth gets that board, but stepping out of bounds is the center of the Brahmans, so the ball goes back to the Saints. And Perez will now check back in for the Brahmans. Checking out is Llanes. And a steal again by the Brahmans. Hounded De Ocampo, hounding that Durante early three. No good. And the Saints get it back. Almost mishandles that from that steal. And quick move by Karaet, but he is caught with a carry. So that is a turnover, and the ball will go back to the Brahmans. Substitutions coming in for both teams. Briones checking in for the Brahmans. Madelo checking in for the Saints. Dehelo will check in for Durante for the Brahmans. Saints yet to find a consistent answer against the lead of the Brahmans here. Tabeth catches it against the sea of black down there in the interior. Quick pass, extra pass to Tabeth, blocked on the way up, but there is a foul on Karaet, and Tabeth will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And for all those watching live and online, you are watching the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2, presented by Shawarma Shack #1. Major sponsors Sticko, Kickstart Coffee, Antbox, and Slick Tight Hair Pomade. Tabeth splits that free throw trip. Aguinaldo will try to bring it down against the full court press of the Brahmans. Saints almost loses that ball, saves it to the wrong man, but that is off a Brahman foot. So the Saints will retain possession. Aguinaldo, hounded by that Briones defense. Gives it to the left side. Almost loses that ball. Tabeth, sinarado ng pantu si Laksina. Floater, no good. Third try now. Sandoval, access denied again by Tabeth. And quick extra pass. Great court vision there for the Saints. And that extra pass leading to the 2 points for the Saints. And good heads-up defense there, resulting in a tap away. 9-point lead now for the Brahmans against Perpetual Help, with less than 5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Tabeth swings it out, Perez. And referees will whistle a call on the floor. And this will be an inbound for the Saints. Saints bring it down. Fakes that pass on the inside. One hand put back attempt, no good. Briones looking to run. 2 to beat. Binit-bit yung bola pero walang dala. Turnover. Saints looking to run. Nasundutan. But there is a foul called on the Helo, stopping that fast break of the Saints. And Magpali will check in for Perpetual help. Aguinaldo, straightaway 3, uses the board from that for that top of the key 3, converting the perimeter shot for Perpetual. And the ball sails out of bounds, and the ball will go back to the Saints. Magpali inbounding now for the Saints. Trying to look for the open man is Perpetual help. Magsino, short stab left side, too strong. Tabeth pulls it down. Pressure defense here by the Saints, but Brahmans brings it down. The Helo, Nasundutan, great heads up defense. Tabeth gets it against the 3. Saints tapigan ang bola, and the ball will go back to the Brahmans. I believe Tabeth was blocked on the way up on that layup attempt. So great interior defense there by the Saints rather. Not intimidated by the height of Tabeth. And that is an offensive foul against Tabeth. So the ball will go back to the Saints. 6-point lead now for the Brahmans with 3.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Saints bring it down. Perpetual trying to look for the opening. Right side 3, too strong for the Saints. Agawan ng bola, second try. Perpetual. Extra pass, pull-up jumper left side, laces that for the 2 points for the Saints, and the lead is cut down to 4. Full court press here by the Saints. Brahmans break that. Going up strong for that layup is the Brahmans, and Perez extends the lead for the University of Batangas. All the way, coast-to-coast play for the Saints, cutting back the lead down to 4. Back-to-back layup answers for both teams. Briones trying to get that break. Butata inabot. Good block there for Perpetual. Saints looking to push. Aguinaldo. Short stab, left side, too strong. Tabeth gives it to number 7 de Ocampo and blows that layup attempt. So the Saints will have another chance. Magpali, extra pass, inside, puts it up, no good. Good defense there by Tabeth. 2 minutes. De Ocampo, good on that 3, the Helo rather. And making up for that miss on that 3. And foul is called against the Brahmans. Estremadura will check in for the Helo, and Lianas will check in for Perez. Perpetual help will try to inbound now. Aguinaldo puts it up, floater. Tabeth pulls down that rebound. Brahmans try to run that ball, and good transition defense by Perpetual, resulting in that turnover for the Brahmans. Seven-point lead now for the University of Batangas as we approach the final minute of the second quarter. Magpali, pull-up jumper. No. Tabeth pulls down another rebound for the Brahmans. Estremadura Gives it to the inside, Llanes. Play broken up, and the ball will go back to the Saints. Garcia will check in for Perpetual. A last substitution probably for Perpetual. And on your screens is the ever steady growing audience here at the ENDERUN colleges to witness the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2, supporting their home teams, the UPH BIÑAN Saints and the University of Batangas Brahmans. UB will bring it down. Llanes tries to ward off that Perpetual Help defense. Briones, pull-up jumper, fouled on the way up. And that will be a shooting foul. So Briones will shoot 2 free throws here for the University of Batangas. Less than 1 minute left to go here in the second quarter. Briones makes that first free throw. And Briones makes both. Durante checks back in for the Brahmans, the hot hand earlier in the second quarter. Can he make his presence felt again? Magsino, all around. Great defense by the Brahmans, going straight up against that Magsino drive, stopping that easy layup attempt. Could have made that extra pass, but he decided to take it himself. And Estremadura will go to the free throw line for the Brahmans to hopefully tack on 2 more points. Makes that first one. Splits that free throw trip. Perpetual still bothered by that full court press of the Brahmans, and another foul on that call. And that will be called in the penalty, so Magsino of Perpetual Help will be shooting 2 free throws. Misses that first one. Magsino misses both. Magpali gets that offensive rebound for Perpetual, getting that crucial second chance probably before we end the second quarter. Madelo, pull-up jumper, no good. Magpali, third try, fouled on the way up, so Magpali will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And Magpali misses that second free throw. Brahmans looking to run. Briones will not be able to finish that fast break attempt. A good transition defense by Perpetual. The game clock and shot clock kicking down to less than 8 seconds. But a foul is called, so we will be shooting free throws. And Briones makes that second free throw. Perpetual Help can go for the last shot here of the second quarter. Inbound. Full court press again by the Brahmans. Game clock down to 2 seconds. And short stab is good to end the second quarter. And Conde cuts down the lead to 9 points for the Brahmans. And the final score of the second quarter is 50-41, still in favor of the Brahmans. We'll be back in a few short moments for the second half action between the University of Batangas Brahmans and the UPH BIÑAN Saints. We'll be right back.
Kay sigla ng gabi, ang lahat ay kay saya. Naghanda ang atin ng beef na shawarma. Sa bahay ng kuya, may kebab at tika pa. Ang bawat tahanan may handang iba't iba. Tayo na giliw, magsala na tayo. Meron na tayong rice at wrap dito. Diba noche buena sa gabing ito, at bukas ay araw ng Pasko. Tayo na giliw, magsalong na tayo. Meron na tayong rice at wrap dito. Diba noche buena sa gabing ito, at bukas ay araw ng Pasko. Kay sigla ng gabi, ang lahat ay kay saya. Naghanda ang atin ng beef na shawarma. Sa bahay ng kuya, may kebab at tika pa. Ang bawat tahanan may handang iba't iba. Tayo na giliw, magsalang na tayo. Meron na tayong rice at wrap dito. Diba noche buena sa gabing ito, at bukas ay araw ng Pasko. Tayo na giliw, magsalang na tayo. Meron na tayong rice at wrap dito. Diba noche buena sa gabing ito, at bukas ay araw ng Pasko. Maligayang Pasko po mula sa amin sa Warma Shack.
And the score after the first half is 50-41 in favor of the University of Batangas Brahmans, clinging on to a slim 9-point lead against the Saints. So we will go to our courtside reporter CJ Ang for a short interview with the head coach of the UPH Saints. CJ?
Thank you, Migs. Mga kaliga, kasama natin ngayon ang head coach ng Perpetual BIÑAN, Coach Vic Escudero. Coach, what are you looking forward here the most playing in the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup?
Magandang liga sa itong Pinoyliga para sa preparation namin para sa mga upcoming mga league namin, especially sa NCAA South namin.
Coach, you are down ng ilang points sa first half. Yes. Ano yung kailangan gawin ng team para ma-turn around yung game sa second half?
So katulad nga sinabi ko nung halftime sa mga players, so siguro yung lapses namin is our defense, especially sa mga 3-point shooter nila. Ang daming open shot kanina, lalo na naka-zone kami. So yun ang ginawa kong adjustment doon sa halftime.
Coach, baka meron po kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan, especially yung mga supporters nyo na narito sa venue.
Binabati ko lang mga lahat ng taga Perpetual BIÑAN, especially sa mga players ko natin dyan, especially sa mga high school players ko. Ganun din sa college. Sa wife ko, si Leng, sa mga anak ko. At sa mga nanonood ng Pinoyliga.
Thank you so much, Coach. We'll be back after this short break.
And before we step into the second half of the game between the UPH Saints and the UB Brahmans, let's take a look at the halftime report. Let's look at the halftime report of this game. 7 out of 12 field goals for the Brahmans against the 9 out of 20 field goals for the Perpetual Help Saints, and 19 rebounds against the 15 rebounds of the Saints for the Brahmans, led by Tabeth, and both in the defensive department making their presence felt both in steals and in blocks. And in assists, kitang-kita din natin na lamang ang UB Brahmans because of their good ball movement all game long. So we'll see if this second half will be a story of the same onslaught of the Brahmans, or will it be a comeback courtesy of the University of Perpetual Help BIÑAN Saints. Only time will tell, and we will go into the second half in a few short moments. And grabe, sa lahat ng mga nanonood live and online, maraming salamat sa inyong suporta. Ito ang Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2, ang labanan sa pagitan ng University of Perpetual Help BIÑAN Saints at ang UB Brahmans, two stellar teams from the NCAA South Division. So new faces for those who are used to Metro Manila basketball, PBA, UAAP, NCAA. These could be the new faces and talents that we could see in the professional basketball divisions here in Metro Manila. And now we are kicking off the third quarter between the Saints and the Brahmans. Still pressure defense being implemented by Perpetual. Briones, right-hand drive, absolutely smothered by that Saint defense, banging it off the wrong man. So the ball will go back to Batangas. Inbound. Open on that left side and nothing but the air. Karait pulls it down for the Saints. Magpali, fast break opportunity, but good transition defense by the Brahmans. And good go-ahead tip by Briones to stop that layup. Saints now will inbound. Malaka, naghanap ng kakampi. Trying to look for that opening. Fake pull-up jumper, that's good. Fundamental move there para sa Saints, cutting down the lead to 7. That was Modelo on that quick drive, fake, pulling up for that jumper. Those are some classic basketball moves. Perpetual inbound again. Could have been a great backdoor play, but good heads-up defense by the Brahmans. Karait fakes that jumper. Takes it back out. Pull-up jumper, too strong. Brahmans gets the board. But a foul will be called. And the ball will go back to the Saints. To the Brahmans, rather. And fouls are now being announced, and to make sure that the players are aware of their infractions and violations. And a technical foul is called against Clemente for 2 consecutive warnings to non-resentment of a call. Costly foul there for the Saints as they try to cut back into this lead of the Brahmans. And substitution for the Saints, pulling out Clemente. A wise decision from coach, so that we can avoid any other infractions. Good defense by the Saints, getting that ball back, but Tabet gets it back. Briones puts it up with the right hand. Power layup para kay Briones, and extending the lead back to 10. Full court press. Brahmans gets another steal. Briones, fade away jumper. He's hot. Back-to-back 2-pointers para kay Briones of the Brahmans. Kanina pa yun ng first half, but Briones continues to contribute to the offensive arsenal of the Brahmans. And another steal for the University of Batangas. Counter steal by the Saints. Quilates up, under, and in para sa Saints, converting the end one. And he will go to the free throw line for one more. And Brahmans will continue to push it, trying to find the open man. Good defense by the Saints, but that is an offensive foul against Briones. Good break for the Saints. Hopefully they can convert this into offense so that they can continue to chip away at the lead here, as the University of Batangas still leads by 9. 55-46 is our score with less than 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Modelo inbounds it to Malaka. Good pressure defense by the Brahmans again. Trying to look for the open man now. Modelo, pull-up jumper, top of the key, in and out. Offensive rebound, puts it up and in after that power drive, and gets that layup to go, and he will now go to the free throw line for one more shot to complete this three-point play. That was Maxino on that power rebound for the Saints. Could be a great morale booster here for Perpetual Help as they continue to cut down the lead of Batangas. Maxino misses that. Tabeth pulls it down. Hounded by the Saints, but there's a foul called on Perpetual Help. And the ball will stay with the Brahmans. It is still anyone's ball game at this point. Still an eternity of basketball to be played. And a great hustle there by the Saints, but unfortunately could not save that ball from sailing out of bounds. So the ball will stay with the Brahmans. And now the wet spot, courtesy of that Saints slip and slide in the attempt to save the ball, will be mopped to avoid any injuries. Brahmans now will inbound. Tabeth, hounded by the Saints defense. Quick move. De Ocampo kicks it out. Left side, De Hello all day to shoot, no good. Saints looking to push. Magpali, sidestep, beauty boot, tatay na, but great defense by De Hello. And Madelo, no good on that second try. Brahmans will look to run. No one to beat, and De Ocampo could not finish that layup. Another missed fast break opportunity for the University of Batangas. So Perpetual Help will reset to try and find an offensive opening here. Madelo, fadeaway jumper in and out. Brahmans pushing, fast break. Torres finishes that. 2 points for the Brahmans. And there is a foul called on Tabeth as he tries to swipe away that ball from Malacca. So the ball will stay with Perpetual Help. So Malacca will be shooting 2 free throws here as the Brahmans are in the penalty. First free throw is good. And Malacca makes both free throws. Cuts down the lead to 7. Manlapas will check in for Perpetual Help. 7-point lead now for the Brahmans. And as we look at the leaderboards of this Next Man Cup, Denzel Walker averaging 18.5 points per game. King Vinoya 4.5 assists per game for Arellano. Stevens averaging 14.5 rebounds for UP, and also leading the league in blocks per game with 0.5. And King Vinoya with steals per game averaging 3 for Arellano. A preview of what the games are to come for the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup. Brahmans now will inbound. Tabeth receives it high key. De Hello. Nasaraduhan ng pinto ng Saints dun. And good defense by the Saints, but still converting it into a foul. And both teams are now in the penalty. So Tabeth of the University of Batangas will shoot 2 free throws for the Brahmans. Makes that first free throw is Tabeth. Splits that free throw, but offensive rebound by University of Batangas. Briones, left-hand drive, kicks it out. Good defense by the Saints. Torres shoots that 3, right wing. Yes, sir! Torres Torres gets that 3 to go for the Brahmans. After that good defensive rotation by the Saints, but better offense for the Brahmans. Good inside pass by the Saints, resulting in the easy 2 points on the inside, cutting down the lead back to 9. The Brahmans pass it to the post. Tabith kicks it back out. Torres, second three, no good. Perpetual Help brings it down. Tria gives it now to Magsino. Hands it off, trying to look for that opening. Tria, pull-up jumper short. Brahmans look to push again. Briones gives it to Tabith. Goes up and could have been a dunk, but he went with the sure points through a layup. And timeout will be called by University of Perpetual Help BIÑAN Saints. They have seen enough. We will be back in a few short moments for more third quarter action of the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup. We'll be right back. And we are back now for more third quarter action between the Saints of University of Perpetual Help BIÑAN and the Brahmans of the University of Batangas. And to all those watching live and online, you are watching the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2 presented by Shawarma Shack #1. We are live here at the ENDERUN Colleges in Taguig City to see Game 1 of our doubleheader between the UB Brahmans and the Perpetual Help BIÑAN Saints. And as I say that, the Saints lose that ball as he slips, slides, and falls. So Brahmans have an opportunity to tack on more points to the lead, but foul is called on that play. And that is a hold against Perpetual Help, so Tabith will go back to the line for two shots at the free throw line. And Tabith airballs that first free throw. The fatigue probably setting in for the University of Batangas. Short on that second one, but offensive rebound by De Helo. Ortiz swings it. Briones, top of the key three, in, out, and in again para kay Briones. And that could have been a steal by Briones, but the ball will stay with the BIÑAN Saints. Good inside pass, extra pass picked away by Briones. And fast break opportunity is stopped. Briones will continue to push, gives it to Tabith, kicks it out. Ortiz, straight away, right wing three, too strong. Less than 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Aguinaldo gives it to the wing. Saints could not back down Tabith. Short stab, fake, but caught dancing to the wrong song is the Saints. So that will be a travel. So the ball will go back to the Brahmans. De Helo gives it left wing. Tabith looking for the open man. Ortiz, right side, step back three. Same spot, same result. Aguinaldo now pushing the ball for the Saints. And trying to look for the open man was Clemente, but could not put the move on Tabith. And Maxino will now check back in for Clemente. And Modelo will also check back in for the Saints. Saints drives left side, kicks it out. Briones with another steal, and he should be able to finish this break nice and easy with the offhand, tacking on more to this Brahman lead. Tria, no look pass to the inside, extra pass, Aguinaldo. Fadeaway shot is good. Dehelo, and a foul is called on Aguinaldo as he tries to pressure Dehelo. 68-54 now is our score here in this ball game. A 14-point lead for the Brahmans from the University of Batangas. Can the BIÑAN Saints of the University of Perpetual help mount a comeback against this onslaught of the University of Batangas? Or is this an early indication of a landslide win for the Brahmans? And Dehelo makes that second free throw. 70-54 in favor of the Brahmans pa rin. Aguinaldo, high up pass, but miscommunication there. So the ball will go back to the Brahmans. Ortiz pushing the ball for the Brahmans. Tries to kick it out, but good defense by the Saints. 3-on-1 fast break led by Modelo. Puts it up with the left hand, blocked by Briones. Excellent hustle by Briones of Batangas. And Tria gets that three to go. And a technical foul will be called as Tria makes that three. And extra motions here by both teams as Tria makes that three in an earlier possession, and the referees will now convene to see what are the calls gonna be against these two teams. So let's give our referees a few short whiles to determine the correct calls after that incursion from that 3 by Tria. So they will be counting the 3 by Tria of Perpetual Help with about 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And now our referee will be conversing with the scorers table to finalize the calls. And our game announcer will now be announcing the calls. And technical foul is called on Tria for taunting from Perpetual Help. That's Tria from Perpetual Help, and Lianes from the University of Batangas is now out of the ball game for a double technical, one for taunting and another one for assuming the fighting stance against Tria. So he will just live to fight another day, but it will not be today. And another technical foul is called on the University of Batangas. Could this be the window of the University of Perpetual Help BIÑAN Saints to cut into this lead further? So what an exchange of events here at the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup. Tria takes a 3. He made it. And it appears that they had an exchange with Lianes. And Lianes of the University of the Batangas Brahmans is now out of the ball game for a double technical. But Tria is also called for the technical for taunting. So now, since Tria made that free throw for Perpetual Help, he will now be shooting an extra free throw to complete this possible 4-point play, and there will be more free throws from the technical fouls. And now Perez of the UB Brahmans will be shooting 2 free throws for penalty. So this will be Perez of the University of Batangas at the free throw line, makes that first one. And splits that free throw trip. And the Saints will now bring down the ball again. Bothered by the Dehelo defense. Madelo caught dancing to the wrong song, and that will be a travel against the Saints. So the ball will go back to the Brahmans. Key turnover there for Perpetual Help. If there is anything they need, it is mostly not a turnover. Ortiz bringing down the ball. Perez top of the key. Right hand drive, puts it up. Could have been a pass to Tabeth, but could not connect. Madelo passes to the wrong man. Perez gives it to Ortiz, puts it up, but could not connect. And Tabeth with a cleanup job for the 2 points for the Brahmans. Malaka gets that ball. Pull up jumper too strong. Fight for the rebound, and the ball will go back to UB. And number 15 of the University of Perpetual Help has incurred his 5th foul. And the first shot of Tabith is good for the UB Brahmans. And he makes both. And the Saints will bring down the ball now. Hounded by the Brahman defense. Malaka trying to find the open man. Conde hands it off. Tria gives it back to Conde. Short stab. Short. But a foul is called on number 20, Ortiz of the UB Brahmans. And that is a push. So Magpali will be shooting 2 free throws for the Saints. Makes that first one. Cuts down the lead to 16 for the Brahmans. Magpali splits that free throw trip. Fast break opportunity. De Ocampo. Good defense there by the Saints. A steal and a block on that attempt. So the Brahmans will now be inbounding Ortiz. About 40 seconds left to go in the game. In the third quarter, rather. Trying to find Tabith, but a foul is called on the inside. So the ball will stay with UB. That is on Conde of the Saints. And Tabith misses that first free throw. And Tabith makes that second. Sandoval gets it for the Saints. Magpali, strong drive to the inside, kicks it out. Tria is no good. UB nagmamadali. De Ocampo, extra pass to Ortiz, but hard foul on the way up against Ortiz. And Ortiz is down on the floor, bracing as he tried to go for that layup on that fast break. So our medic will be checking up on him. And that is a disqualifying foul called by the referee against Malaka of the University of Perpetual Health Saints. And sportsmanship being displayed there as Malaka checking up on Ortiz, as he was not intending to hurt another player. And Ortiz will be carried out. As he is having difficulty to move. So Malaka is now whistled for the disqualifying foul, and he is now out of the playing court. And after Malacca has been escorted out of the playing court, after that disqualifying foul, Torres will now be shooting free throws in exchange of Ortiz, since Ortiz is unable to continue in this game. So these two free throws of Torres are because of the foul by Malacca, and Malacca of the BIÑAN Saints has been escorted out of the playing court because of that hard foul on the way up by Ortiz. What a sequence of events here sa Pinoyliga Next Man Cup of the game between University of Perpetual Help BIÑAN and the University of Batangas. Physicality, intensity, and consistency being displayed by both teams as we resume the third quarter. About 10 seconds left on the game clock. Left drive by De Ocampo. Kicks it out to De Helo. But there is a 3-second call against Tabeth. So the ball will go back to BIÑAN. Less than 7 seconds left to go. They have to go quick for the last shot. And that is blocked by Tabeth. That is his fourth block of the game. And that will end the third quarter 76-59. Still in favor of the UB Brahmans. We'll be back in a few short moments for the last quarter of regulation of the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup. We'll be right back. And we are back now for the fourth quarter of the match between the University of Perpetual Help BIÑAN Saints and the University of Batangas Brahmans. We are now at the last quarter of regulation. 76-59 is our score ending the third quarter. Still in favor of the Brahmans. A commanding lead by University of Batangas against the Saints. Can the Saints mount a comeback of regulation, or will it be a landslide victory for Batangas? Tabeth gives it to De Ocampo, hounded by that Saint defense. Tabeth gets it at the post. Quick spin, hook shot, right side, that's good. That's basic basketball for Tabeth. Using his height advantage against a much smaller defender. Modelo. Aguinaldo gives it. Laxina open on that top of the key, no good. And Tabeth pulls down that rebound. De Ocampo gives it to Torres. Kicks it to the right side, left side three, in and out. Laxina nagmamadali para sa Saints. Hounded by two white shirts, and Magpali says, wait lang guys, reset muna tayo. Magpali open on that left side, no good. UB magbababa. De Ocampo swings it left side, same spot. Different result as Torres gets that three to go for the Brahmans. Tacking on 3 more points to this Brahman lead. And the Saints want to answer with a 3 of their own, but no good. De Helo bringing down that ball. Torres thought about that 3. And De Helo gives it to Tabeth. Tabeth, nampoposo na naman. Blocked. But there is a foul called on the play, and Tabeth will be going back to the free throw line for 2 shots. It's a surprise that Tabeth has just been playing bully ball now, since his presence kanina was just being felt by rebounds, defensive and offensive. But now we can actually see that he's getting the ball at the post, backing down the much smaller defenders of Perpetual, and trying to get those 2 points in the paint. But in this case, he will be going to the free throw line to get his points the old-fashioned way. Aguinaldo, pressured at the backcourt by the Brahmans. Sandoval kicks it left side. A short stab is good. And the Saints continue to pressure the Brahmans here. Torres, left side 3. Different result now. Tabeth tries to go for that layup, no good. And Laxina tries to control that ball for the Saints, but running a few more miles there. So the ball will go back to the University of Batangas. De Ocampo bringing it down for the Brahmans. Pick and roll. Perez, fake, fade away short. Almost a steal there by the Brahmans. Aguinaldo nagmamadali. Puts the move on. Loses his defender. Puts it up but could not finish. And the Hela now calling the play for the Brahmans. Tabeth trying to look for the open man. And there's a foul called against. That's called against Perez as he floors Laxina. And now the Saints will bring it down. Magpali gives it to the post. Trying to look for an offensive opening here. Cut by Magpali. Goes up and another block by Tabeth. And as long as Tabeth is in the game, the paint is a no-fly zone for this man. Every layup that has gone up and Tabeth is at least 3 feet from it, you can rest assured that that ball is sailing out of bounds because of a block from Tabeth. And Tabeth with a steal after blocking that first shot at them by the Saints. He now tries to bring down the ball for the Brahmans. Perez. Naganap ng kakampi. Hands it off Briones. Briones, quick spin, gives it Tabeth. Tabeth, fadeaway jumper, short. Aguinaldo. Extra pass, Magpali. And nag-aalangan na ang Saints mag-layup on the inside because of the height of Tabeth. And that will be a foul on the call as Madelo tries to shoot a 3. So he will go to the free throw line for 3 shots. At syempre, para sa lahat ng mga nanonood live and online, you are watching the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2, presented by Shawarma Shack #1. And of course, this event would not be possible without our sponsors, Sticko, Antbox, Kickstart Coffee, at ang Stick Tight Hair Pomade. And Mandelo misses that last free throw. Tabeth gives it to De Ocampo. Torres, quick drive, puts it up with the right hand, too strong. Saints will look to push now. 1 to beat. Sandoval, short stab. No good on that floater. 3 ball. Yes, sir! 3 ball is good for Tria. Cutting down the lead to 12. To 18 rather. Torres shoots that 3, top of the key. Short. And we approach the 5-minute mark of our 4th quarter. Step back three. Tria, in and out. Tabith now brings it down. Nagmamadali, Torres. Extra pass. Alley-oop to Briones. Beautiful fast break play by the Brahmans. Saints ulit ang didiskarte. 20-point lead now for the Brahmans. Trying to find the opening here. Magpali cuts. Gets that short step to go for the 2 points. De Ocampo, nagmamadali. Kicks it out, Briones. 3 ball. Yes, sir! Briones gets another 3 ball to go para sa Brahmans. And if this continues, I believe it is safe to say that this is in the bag for the Brahmans. Nasaraduhan ng pinto ni Briones. Great on-ball defense. Short stab is good para sa Saints. That was Sandoval on that short floater. De Ocampo hounded by that Saint defense. Perez faking that handoff. Gets to the post, puts it up with the right hand. The bang at the bucket para kay Perez. And he will go to the free throw line for one more. And Perez could not make that three-point play complete. Now Tria trying to bring down the ball, but De Ocampo is whistled for that foul. Magpali. Tria. Right hand drive. Short stab. No good for the Saints. Offensive struggles continue for Perpetual Help. So the Brahmans now will inbound. De Ocampo will bring down the ball for the Brahmans. De Ocampo trying to find an opening. 10 seconds left to go in the shot clock. Briones gets that 3 to go, but an offensive foul is called against Briones. So the 3 will not count. And the ball will go back to the Saints. Magpali. And a steal here by the Brahmans. De Ocampo will finish it with the right hand. And another 2 points for Batangas. Saints pressured by the defense of the Brahmans. And another steal. Counter steal by the Saints. Tria pulls up for 3. No hesitation, too strong. Sandoval at the post. Short stab. Magpali. Short. Sandoval with another try. Short stab is good on that third try by Sandoval. Great hustle by Sandoval of Perpetual Help to get 3 tries for his team and eventually converting into the 2 points. Perez. Quick crossover. Top of the key. Could have gotten it up. But he will shoot 2 free throws as he failed to convert on that 2 points. And now we have the last 2 minutes of the 4th quarter brought to you by the Pinoyliga Cup merchandise. So don't miss your chance to purchase via the Pinoyliga Cup Lazada and Shopee store page. Or you can also message us through our Pinoyliga Cup Messenger for inquiries. And the last 2 minutes have now been announced by our game announcer. Pull-up three, the Saints, nothing but the bottom of the net para kay Aguinaldo. But that is too little, too late. As it is very safe to say that this is now under the W column for the University of Batangas Brahmans. But still a great fight being displayed by both teams. Both very intense, very fast-paced teams. And they obviously put a priority on defense as they displayed full court presses, half court presses, and even on-ball defense. And especially the off-ball defense, denying those easy passes on the inside, those curls and those cuts. They have displayed their energy all throughout the game. So kudos to both teams for a great performance on this sunny Sunday afternoon here at the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2, presented by Shawarma Shack #1. And Galay, no good on that three. De Ramos kicks it out to Briones. About 1 minute left to go. Briones drops it down, and that will be a travel against Batangas. So the ball will go back to Perpetual Help. And Batangas gets another steal. De Ocampo drops it off. Left-hand drive is good. Manlapas nagkape pa sa ere, but layup is too strong. And Clemente will clean it up and get those 2 points for the Saints. Sorry, Sandoval rather. About 40 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. De Ocampo gives it left side. De Ramos, quick spin move. Left side jumper, that's good. Saints nagmamadali. Sandoval gives it to Clemente. Left side three, short. And that will be it. The final score is 96-75. And the University of Batangas Brahmans will come up with the victory here today against the University of Perpetual Help BIÑAN Saints. Great performance from both squads of the South. Even after some extracurricular activities from both teams, these teams still got to uphold sportsmanship on the players from both teams. So we will be back in a few short moments to see who is the player of the game in this first game of this Sunday doubleheader. We'll be right back. And we'll be right back for a short interview. And our player of the game is no other than Ryan Briones, finishing with 27 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, and an absolute monster, 5 steals. So we will go with our courtside reporter CJ Ang for a short interview with Ryan Briones. CJ?
Thank you, Migs. Mga kaliga, kasama natin ngayon ang ating Antbox Best Player of the Game na si Ryan Briones of the UB BRAHMANS. Ryan, Perpetual is a familiar opponent, especially nakakalaban niyo sila sa NCAA South. Ano yung masasabi mo sa pinakita nila sa game na to?
Ayun nga, nandoon pa din yung ano nila, yung transition defense nila tsaka yung offense nila, pinakita pa din niya. Like before nung NCAA South namin way back season 2024 sa UB na nakalaban namin sila, pinakita pa din nila yung puso nila. Yun.
Ryan, it was a very physical game. How did you stay composed amidst the physicality of the game?
Yan, kailangan naging kondisyon natin yung katawan natin and focus lang tayo kahit medyo ma-physical. Isipin lang natin na it's a part of the game. Yun.
Ryan, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko yung mga fans ng University of Batangas Brahmans sa sport office namin, kina Sir Peps, kina Sir Hayi, and especially sa family ko na walang sawang sumusuporta dyan. Binabati ko po si Mama at Papa and sa barangay namin na Fiesta ngayon, Happy Fiesta Barangay Santa Clara, Viva Santo Niño.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Back to you, Migs.
And we heard Ryan Briones, that is why he is the player of the game. Mindset and discipline is the name of the game, and that is why he is the top player. The final score again of the previous game is 96-73 in favor of the University of Batangas Brahmans. And on behalf of the entire production team here at Pinoyliga, this is once again your resident commentator, Migs Gonzalez. We'll see you later for PLC Club's games. We'll be right back.